Welcome to Engineering Scale Models. I'm Jason, your host, and I do models. How is everyone doing today? I am doing a stream, an impromptu stream. I just got back from the doctor, and everything went better than I had expected. And I did a little bit of work off camera on this switch number 1003. It was the one with the faulty LCD connector, USB port, M92, and I solved some issues. So let's take a look at what I did here off camera. So it is back in the test housing, and the LCD connector was bad. There was 4 pins in this section here that were raised, and I had to reflow the chip or reflow the connector and then touch up some of the points that had cold solder joints. So I got this hooked up here. Let's see if I can get it to turn on with the battery. It might turn on with the battery. No, I'm going to need to plug in the charger. So if I come in here with the charger, it should display on the screen when the charger boots. So see, the screen is charging. So it's drawing 470. Now it's dropping down because it starts to boot, and then I get this error code 2101-0001. Hey Phil, you swapped the board. Yeah, right. Still has the same error. And then my charging current drops. So here is where I got from this. I definitely think it's M92 related, because it's at boot when the actual LCD screen kicks on, it stops charging altogether. I mean, I just want to confirm that it stopped charging, so I'm going to turn on my meter because this is more of an impromptu stream. So I'm going to turn my meter on here, and I'm going to test to see if the battery is actually getting charged. I can open up the software here. So just waiting for the software to open so you can see what I see. And of course it says my meter's dead. Remove it, connect. I'm using the singlet SDM3045X. Add instrument. So that should come up on the screen. Let's check the battery voltage here. So the battery voltage is 3.3 volts and dropping. So the battery voltage is dropping, so it's definitely not charging it. So, and if I disconnect the charger, it does stay on. What happens if I reconnect the charger? If I reconnect the charger, it draws 257 milliamps. See that there? It goes up to 470. And it is holding, so it is now charging the battery, and the screen is on. So I'm still thinking this is M92 related. So now it should be charging the battery. Let's check to see if it's charging the battery. Yeah, 3.6, and it's going up, so it's charging it very slowly. So I'm not sure. This is a weird unit that it wants to, at boot, it wants to just kill the charging circuit. So I'm thinking it is M92 is giving me some issues, and that's the one I ran the jumper on. So we'll look at the connector that I reflowed. I could always go to the Nintendo support website and then tell me that I have to send it in and it's out of warranty and then I have to pay a bunch of money. Could send it to Phil. So, let's take this off. Oh, hey, I got these two screwdrivers for the Nintendo Switch. One's a Y-Wing and one's a Phillips, and they're color-coded. So blue is my Phillips, so I'm looking forward to using those. So and this power flex is pretty ratty, so I'm going to end up changing that in the future. So backlight. So yeah. Send it to you and page. Yeah, that's just wrong, Phil. Yeah, the LCD fits in there. It was such a tight fit before I fixed the connector because it was raised up in 4 points. And I'll show you guys that in a second. But it was raised in 4 points. So I reflowed it from underneath, and then I touched up a couple cold joints with the micro pencil. I didn't want to do it on stream because if I wrecked the connector, I would put a new one on the stream. So I just did it, and then I reflowed the USB port also. So okay, so we're gonna put this housing back away. I bet there is, Phil. I would charge that with some of the prior repair attempts you get. So let's look at the LCD connector here. Right in this area here, this whole section of 4 pads we're not touching. The connector was raised off the board. And then there was a couple cold joints in this side. And then on the back as well, it was, oh, I didn't put the microscope on. Oh, of course, that's why. There it goes. So it was 4 points on this side here. These last 4 pins were raised up and not connected, and then there were some cold joints. And the same on this side. There was these last 4 pins were lifted, and pads were lifted, and then some cold joints. So I just reflowed it, pushed it down, it connected, and then I touched it up with the micro pencil, the cold joints that I had. So 20%, wow. That's actually a little low for some of the stuff I've seen you get. So, let me just... Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to change M92. So I'm going to put it in my Omnivice board holder here. And we're going to put it underneath the scope. How do I want to grab this? You can still see my trace repair there. Hoping I don't knock that resistor off when I pull this chip. And I'm going to put it on big screen here when I go to pull the chip. I'm just going to get some tweezers out here. Not those one tweezers, I sent those back. So alright, and then I'm going to hook up my main iron to the Hacko FX951. Get get that ready to clean up the pads to see how it looks and turn on the hot air station. And first I gotta put a nozzle on there. So all my nozzles are in here. Oh, my nozzle is on there. Wow. It's one of those days. Hey, David, how's it going? Now we'll turn on hot air. Just setting my air to 420. And some flux. I'm going to use this crappy stuff I'm trying to get rid of to pull the chip. I also got some new cleaner that I'm looking forward to trying, so I'm going to swap this to that. And we are going to pull this chip. So Lewis Rossman amount of flux just to pull the chip, because why not? I looked into getting a syringe dispenser, but all I could find was pneumatic ones that need a pretty big air supply to run, and I don't know. And I don't have room on my bench for it. So, alright, we are going to take this chip off here. Try not to knock anything else off. I'm actually running out of M92s. Alright, so we got the chip off. The jumper still looks good. I don't think I knocked anything else. So yeah, I'm just going to freshen up those pads, and I don't think I need to add too much solder to them. I'm actually going to switch back to my micro pencil. And grab my soldering wire here. Yeah, that was my crappy stuff. Yeah, that's I hate not getting sleep. Alright. Wow, that just fell right on my foot. So, put some flux down here. Make Lewis Rossman proud. Just get a little bit more solder on these pads. that jumper wire. Alright, so that's that. The only thing about the micro pencils, I don't have a sleep cradle for it, so it gets extremely hot when it doesn't get to go to sleep. So I am going to take, I got some new cotton buds. I got some of those bamboo cotton buds to try. And I got some electronics cleaner that I want to try here to clean up some of this flux. I don't know how it'll work, so I'm going to try it. I don't know, I just wanted to try it. May or may not have borrowed it from work. I don't know. Didn't seem to do the trick, but it's worth a shot to try. I also have some contact cleaner I want to try. And some flux off. Alright, let me switch to my chip quick, because I like it. And I need an M92 chip here. M92 T... I don't know why I have T17. I think it's T32 or something, right? M92 T36. I don't know why I have M92 T17 written on the paper. I labeled it incorrectly. I must fix that. Yeah, I know. I wanted to try them, so I found them on Amazon for $3 for 800. So we're gonna try it out. So I'm going to put a little bit of chip quick on my board here. And I'm going to get my chip out. I'm going to get the orientation correct, like so. I'm going to come in here with my hot air, let it get hot, not burn myself again, and that set right there. That looks a little off. It's way too much. Alright, now I'm going to come in here and add a little bit more flux. And I'm going to push the chip down oozed in the right spot. Wow, that's fantastic. That makes me feel good. I am having a halfway decent day. So I'm going to get my iron on here, and I'm going to add a little bit more flux around here. And I'm going to come in here with my micro pencil, clean the tip off, and I am going to clean this oogage. Just check this to make sure everything is good. Touch up all these pads. Just trying to get these touched up here. Alright, now what I want to do is I want to clean this board while it's still warm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get, if I can find it, get this flooded here. I'm going to come in here with this brush. Flux off of there. And this will spend another trip in the ultrasonic cleaner later, if it works. I don't know. We'll see. So let's go off of that and back to this. So here's hoping, guys. You really don't have any consoles, Phil? That's cool. Let's take a look at these joints right here by this jumper. I can't tell if that's garbage or solder bridges. Yep, that was just flux garbage. That one looks good. Yeah, y'all can't even see me looking at these. There we go. So that one looks alright. That one looks alright. That one looks alright. So let's get the housing out and see if I have solved this mystery. So let us try this one more time here. I'm actually irritated with that, so I'm pulling that off. Alright, so we are gonna put that on. There we go. So we are gonna plug this LCD connector in. We are going to get some cables out of the way. Okay, so that has gone there. Backlight cable, power cable, and I like to put a screw in it just to hold it down because it jumps all around. So we will use rip camera. So we will put a screw here and here, and I want to put in the USB screws just to hold that port into place because I like using my new screwdriver. The iFixit stuff's great, but these are like purpose. Okay, so now let's hook these cables up here. So we have the backlight, hopefully. Backlight, the power, and now we need the battery, and we will plug the charger in, and what do we get? We get 197, we have a charge symbol, and the meter went off. Interesting. The meter just shut right off. And now the meter won't come back on. Huh. Yeah, the meter is completely shut off. Nothing is turning on. Backlight's not on. Let's try something here. read up chat a little. Oh, the micro pencil's no good for that? Yeah, I got that. Just doing it right now. Yeah, I picked that up. You have a bridge somewhere? Yeah, I'm thinking that too, but I checked M92. Let me just see if that turns on now. No. I bet you that fuse is blown though. Let's go to continuity. Okay, let's check the fuse. Nope, fuse is good. Why would it charge and then just dump the meter? Oh, by the way, it was from last night about an Xbox One, but he was from Florida. Oh, yeah, I got his email. I emailed him back. I'm gonna see if he wants to send it or not to do it. The only thing is with no power, if it's the MOSFETs and stuff, I'd have to order them, and it would be a couple days to get them from DigiKey. So, but I told him I would take a look at it. Hey RB, how's it going? Okay, so somewhere there's a short. What does it do when I just turn the with no? See, it turns on the meter with no battery connected. And then if I connect it with the battery, it turns on again, goes up to, and then it kills it. So this one has got it weird. Let's take it back out. I have definitely got the tools to figure out what's wrong with it. I just don't. It's the parts thing that. Yeah, I'll check the caps. Let me just. Let's check it right now. So. No. 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 Let's check the caps around BQ. I don't think that one's supposed to be connected to ground. So, no shorts. No shorts on the caps. Okay, so it has to be M92 related. I wonder if that jumper got wiggled over to touch that other pad. Makes me wonder. Alright, yeah, it makes me wonder. So let's put this back and let us take a better look at M92. See, this is that weird. Before I changed the LCD connector, and after I put the port on, it didn't change anything else. This is exactly what it was doing in the beginning. This is the weird thing it was doing in the beginning. But let's take a closer look at M90 or M92. Joints look connected. It's a smidge out of alignment. Okay, why can't I see that? There's no bridges there. Again, I'm sorry. I'm having some difficulties running this now. I'm having some very bad difficulties. Okay, so that is the bottom side. That is that side by the shield. This is the side with the jumper. And this is the last side here. Other than being dirty. Let's see. Well, no, that's just flux. So, that's M92, and that's a new M92 chip. Hey Lee, how's it going? Naseem, how you guys doing? Well, this is a better time for me to stream. I'm getting a lot more viewers in chat. That's cool. I appreciate you guys stopping by to check this out. This is one of them weird rabbit hole ones. So, it is weird. I'm going to reflow M92 again. I'm going to reflow M92 again. Make sure I have enough flux this time. In case Rossman watches, he knows I used the right amount of flux. Okay, so I'm going to flow this again here. Alright, so reflowed that again. And I got some more solder squeezing out, so that could be part of the problem. I had too much solder in there. Well, that does go to sleep in there. Alright, so... such a wide range of focus ability on the scope. hard to know which way to go. Okay. Alright, so that's that side. That is that side. Looks better. That side. Did I knock anything loose? I don't think so. Okay, let's take it off of that. Okay, so yeah, I heard that Cyberpunk had issues with their game, or that game had issues. I play the Switch, and I play mainly one game on it, Borderlands 2. And I only play it with my son. I don't play it with any, normally, well, we really don't have anybody else to play it with, but lately we just been mainly farming for gear. We just got the level 80 upgrade, and now we're trying to get some gear so we can do some more OP runs. Alright, so I'm just going to hook a battery to it in the charger and see what happens. Yeah. So hook a battery to it and the charger. And it draws, it actually dipped down. Let's see here. Okay, now it's at 175 milliamps. This battery is almost full, so that could be normal, but it's not turning off. Let's make sure it's charging on both sides. Yeah, it's charging on both sides, so let's try it in the housing with the dead battery and see our semi-dead battery and see if that changes anything. So yeah, if that guy wants me to look at his Xbox, I'll look at it on a stream and see what, everybody thinks. Okay, so I'll hook a backlight here. Backlight. The power connector. And the battery. And let's see if we have a charging system going on here. So turns on, 200 milliamps. We have a charge light, 470, and it shut down again. So So that shut down again. But it doesn't do it when it's not connected to the LCD. So let's unhook the power button. Let's unhook the backlight. And let's just see what happens now. Nothing there. Let's reset the system by unhooking the battery. And it shuts off. So let's do this. Let's unhook that battery and hook back up. And let's try my test battery and see what that does. The test battery should turn the unit on because it has enough battery in it. And it doesn't turn it on. Well, let's see what happens when we put the charger in it. Shows up the charging symbol with it full, but it shuts off the meter again and it won't turn on the switch. So I either get it to turn on with the error, or I can't get it to turn on at all and shut down. So it is different issues depending on what I do. And I honestly don't want to keep changing M92. So I wonder if there's something shorted on this LCD connector that when it gets power, yeah, I mean, a snack's a snack. It doesn't really matter what country you're from. A snack's a snack if you like it. Just want to make sure nothing's shorting in this LCD connector. And it doesn't appear to be. Alright, so let me put this on here and hook this up to here. And then, yeah, that seems to, and it shut the meter off, so it's not the battery. It's not the LCD connector. Something is happening. So, I wonder what. Could it be BQ? Could BQ be the culprit? Reflowing a PS4 APU at the same time. Well, at least you're getting something done. Yeah, it's shutting it down without the LCD connector. Without the LCD connected. So, now I was having some issues with these MOSFETs here. They were getting hot, and I was getting some weird readings that don't match another switch, and I cannot find these parts in lower quantities than 3,000. So that's where I'm at on this. It's been an hour. So I was hoping fixing the LCD and the charger port and changing M92 would solve my issues. I'm not even sure what's going on with this. So I am going to call it here and do a bunch of boring tests because I don't think you guys want to sit here for an hour while I test points and compare them to a working unit. Thank you guys for watching and have a fantastic day.